Well, folks, here I is. I want you to know God is God, and God has His plan. And me, I'm just doing the best I can to do the next one right thing in front of me. Yeah. So I don't drive these computer things very much, and I wonder if there's any picture or volume or anything, because I know I've made a bunch of these things and haven't gotten any kind of response to it. And it's like, hey, folks, where you at? Yeah, I am by rules and law a constitutional, congressional, judicially mandated Supreme Court order by House and Senate that formed the law to properly perform the process of being a private attorney general to prosecute treason and acts of treason. So here's the deal. Yeah, I have proof that the state of Georgia is in collusive conspiracy, not only by performance, but in text of code of law, that Brad Raffensperger, his office, co-signed it and notarized it and approved it, and that watching the process of my life, the directive to get state ID, where my CVS pharmacy didn't fulfill my prescription because I didn't have valid ID. So I went and got valid ID, which I am diabetic with neuropathy and I'm overweight and poor health. But anyways, I went and got the ID. And then when I went to my doctor's, I was told that I wouldn't have any more appointments made to get prescriptions filled, which call for a doctor on a monthly basis filling out the prescription. So this nurse says to me, yeah, practicing nursing sensitivity in dealing with a geriatric patient. That's me. I'm an old dude. So you're supposed to give some understanding to somebody who's a geriatric. Yeah. Tolerate their inefficiencies. So she says to me, I have to touch you in order to take your temperature and your blood pressure. And I said to her, I ain't been touched in a long time. That was the night before. I was watching YouTube, The Devil, you know, and they'd gotten into a group and was in the club there singing, and the song they were singing was, you can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You know, and it's like the mind is your own special place. It belongs to you. You know, you don't have to put up with the bullshit where people were asserting upon you to think certain ways and deal with things. So, anyways, she says to me, take your temperature, take your mask down. So I pull my mask down. She puts a thermometer in my mouth. And that's the reading. But I don't know if that thermometer is clean or dirty. Yeah. But I did what she said. I took my mask down. I say about it by action of doing. I guess I gave her consent to give me a bug. Out of that, I got COVID. Several months later, my system just gradually broke down as this disease was living in me and still living in me. But I'm not contagious anymore. It's not at that ultra super level. So I haven't been able to get my neuro emotional psychiatric medication counteract my narcolepsy. Stressful things make me go to sleep, and every emotion stressful if I'm not medicated. And it's like, okay. So Brad Rattenberg doesn't want me on the internet, on Facebook, and Facebook had me kicked off of there. I had over 5,000, 6,000 people as my baseline following that they had following. It's like, okay. And I don't talk a lot, not normally. I talk honest and straight out. I don't abuse people. But anyway, the Keep Georgia Red managers, the Muslim Islamic brother and sister from Google, interfered with my communication to special services operations at Fort Bragg. And it's like, what constitutes as special services is being a victim of treason in text of code of law of the state of Georgia that was performed by the 11th Circuit Court of Appeal. So the whole 11th Circuit Court of Appeals is accessory in performance of treason. And I'll tell you that it's volume number 29, 2004 edition. Title 40, Automobiles and Traffic. Chapter 14, Electronic Speed Detecting Device. 7, there can't be a concealed vehicle. The vehicle's got to be visibly able to be seen on the roadway at 500 feet. And the judge in that courtroom overruled it. Well, that's the judge's prerogative. But the judge made that action a publicly known law, all right, a publicly known traffic law, that he overruled a legislative law, and only Congress, House and Senate, combined in agreement, can create a law. And only the House and Senate combined in agreement can follow a court order to remove any, all, or type of law actions. All right. So, I mean, I give them a chance to remove it, to go ahead and work with me. And they offered me $3.5 million to just leave the country and go down to Puerto Rico with a certified bank draft and a ticket to the bank. And it's like, no, I am not betraying America. America is my country. So it's like on page 973 of Title 40, Chapter 14, page 973, bottom of page, judicial decisions, the judge overruled the legislative laws and then wrote a case law, which only Congress can write a case law. But the deal is, he made it public. He told the world, look, this is the new law. I'm going to shit all over you, and I'm going to disrespect you, and you're going to put up with it. I'm sorry, I can't tolerate somebody, acting in a tyranny way to other Americans. I mean, for somebody to come up and rob me, that's one thing. But to let them keep on going on robbing America, with criminal actions against the Constitution. And here's the big deal is, yeah, I got a super speeder ticket for going 97 in a 60 mile an hour zone. I was getting close to 180 miles to a gallon with my configuration. You see, I have a hydrogen processing system that I was experimenting with for American mileage factors. Now I've got a design for an electromagnetic drive shaft generator, but I ain't letting anybody see the design factors on this. And I was going to let President Donald Trump in on it, but I needed to be a member of our government official powered title private attorney general. So I was sworn in as a member, and it's like, okay, with General Milley, Chief of Staff of the President, back in December 2020. Officially, unofficially. You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, it was recognized and recorded on my computer. My computer's been blacked out since then, and I've received a disk, to erase everything, that's all the information on it, and restore the program. But you see, think about it. They send me a disk with the new computer to reset the old computer that has all the information secured on it, including Donald Trump's actions on that January 6th thing when I was getting back with him about this invention design factor. Man, I got inventions and designs upon inventions and designs. And I'm going to be suing a bunch of people for $1 trillion each for act of conspiracy, treason, performance. All right. I mean, obvious, in your face shit. So it's like, okay, I'm going to be suing them. I'm going to force the state of Georgia Attorney General to perform the proper process and procedure of the law, which in his case is to perform the evidentiary hearing. See, I'm not medicated. I'm having trouble with my words and thinking. My body hurts from the COVID, that I caught on that. I was a 45 days isolation. My send outs on the internet keep getting seized. My computer keeps dumping on me. I've had my bank account seized, and I've had my senior finances, government assistance chopped and cut. You know what I'm saying? And I no longer am getting it. And I got a very limited Social Security disability check coming in. All right, so I got all these expenses, no money, and the food prices are going up. And I've got the plan. You see, as a private attorney general, I need the ID card and I need the badge shield. I need registration, formal registration. All right, I need it declared by a Supreme Court justice in order to prosecute the whole 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. But it goes beyond that, you know what I'm saying? As the title private attorney general for U.S. Congress and the people of America, then any act or in like of treason is qualifying me to prosecute as a member of the U.S. Attorney's Office under the United States Supreme Court. Now, I've got in my selection of roles to play by various people, Justice Clarence Thomas is the Chief Justice for the American Supreme Court. All right. John G. Roberts is in conspiracy collusion with the Department of Justice Supreme Court. So there's two different corporations there. The we the people and we the empowered authority over the people, which is only by our consent. And I do not consent to acts of treason. I might put up with a lot of stuff, but I got 12 years of dealing with this thing here. I want you to think about that. 12 years. You know, I used to love to go out dancing. I can't dance anymore. All this sitting around has been destroying my body. I need to find me a good old girl to go dancing with regular. You see, and it's like I got to restore my health, get me a secretary. Ain't got no money to pay her with, or him with. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so, all right, the state of Georgia Attorney General, you're going to help me. Or when I do find another way to go, I'm going to prosecute you as accessory treason by performance. And this is public notification of it. This is the records. Man, I got records on records on records on records of letters and video actions and conferencing and all that. So, I mean, it's like I need $5.5 trillion, $5.5 trillion to create the Eisenhower defensive highway corridor in through the mountains up to the Great Lakes at 1,600 feet of height, down to Lake Lanier at 1,400 feet of height, to dump it into Lake Lanier so that we can have water throughout the South. But where it's going through the mountains, in that tube through the mountains, water is being pumped up to mountain lakes that feed ponds, that feed streams, that feed rivers, that feed farms, that have factories inside the mountain core, red door, 100 miles each side of the mountains, and then break it back from there to a road system 30 miles from the core center so that we can get farms out there, 2-acre farms. People that helped me in this, registered through a mentor, metaphysical, union, university, and banking system, are recorded as members in there. Minimum wage starts at $20 per hour with someone who's incorporated into their own business. And then 6 months later, they get a $5 raise. And another 6 months later, they get another $5 raise. And they register with the manpower organization to help build this corridor. All right. And according to your skills and abilities, you know what I'm saying? And it's like Army Corps of Engineers surveying and that. But I got a design for manufacturing of an electromagnetic drive shaft generator. All right. This powers everything from bicycles, motorcycles, cars. It's a long shaft, motor turning, permanent magnets, accumulating power and compounding the power with more power. A lot of gearing systems and clutching systems. One speed. All right. Constant running. Power a hospital if you want. Power an aircraft carrier with a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is the power for boats and cars and planes and trains and buses and tractor trailers. In this corridor, giant corridor with an Amtrak rail, MARTA rail running all the way up to the Great Lakes with get-off posts and busing systems. Lakes where people are landing their hovercraft or aircraft on the lake So they don't have to have a solid flat runway. They land on the lake, and these designed for these aircraft to land on lakes or oceans or water. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, at a reasonable price, and permanent electromagnetic drive shaft generating power to operate these little oversized go-karts like Jeep. You know what I'm saying? Jeep was a lightweight vehicle, and it had a 4-cylinder engine. Weighed like 900 pounds total. 4 men could pick it up and carry it. It was narrow, you know what I'm saying? Narrow, and it was pretty high off the ground, too. So you put electromagnetic drive shaft power source in there. You don't need any fuel. You got core coil, condenser, amplifying power and condensing it. And it's raised up off the ground 12, 14 inches at least to the bottom of it. And the bottom, since it doesn't have any heated exhaust, has styrofoam sealed bottom, so the damn thing floats. It won't sink. All right. Yeah, take a Jeep design, one of those Yugo type vehicle designs, something lightweight, 4-wheel, and you put run flat tires on them. Tires that can't get flat. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry about a flat. You don't have to worry about fuel. All right. It may only go up 80, 100 miles an hour max. That truck I had, where I was using a hydrogen-based interaction fuel of 180 miles to a gallon, had a top speed probably of about 200. I don't know. I never took it up that high. I was still in the experimental stage when they violated the law on me with their concealment traffic thing and wrote me a super speeder ticket. And it's like, man, all right. It's not about any crimes I committed. You committed a crime. And boy, you committed a crime on all of America. So Cobb County Police and 11th Circuit Court and what is his name? I can't think of his damn name. See, I need my medication. My medication for attention deficit disorder, hyperactive, emotional distortion, narcolepsy. And it's like, oh man, I need some help in my life, and I ain't getting it nowhere, and I will not quit. You know, I mean, to give me COVID, and claim that it's my fault, and to know that Fauci and the World Health Organization and the National Institute of Health killed 1 million people at least with this disease that they weren't supposed to even mess with by rules in international and constitutional law. Yeah, they violated the Geneva Convention Peace Treaty. Yeah, and it's like a conspiracy, man. They're all in conspiracy to destroy America. So Chris Carr, Attorney General, state of Georgia, we either get on the same team. I got a court order, you know what I'm saying, to respond about this case that I keep talking about everywhere, but haven't fully filed in court with. So the court, the clerk of courts, U.S. District Court, Northern District of Georgia, has ordered me. Now I'm going to be violating a court order if I don't respond in relative time. Then we'll have a hearing, public hearing, and in 2001, the so-called Two Towers, which was 4 buildings, and the Pentagon, was an act of war, of terroristic threat against America and all Americans, performed by FBI and CIA in collaboration, utilizing thermite and a land-based rocket. All right, so anyways, it's like, okay, JAG has been watching, and they're not participating in any way. They're just watching. And they're recording this, that, and the other. So every time I open my mouth, I know somebody in the State Department is adding it to the file of my records. So, okay, that's fine by me. Because I am not violating the law. I am performing the law. I am entitled by rule of law to the title of private attorney general. All right. All right. And that's like volume 29, Official Code of Georgia Annotated, 2004 edition. Everybody from 2004 edition publicly posted document is accessory, whether they're employed now or not. If they work for the government, state and federal, at any level, city, county, you know what I'm saying, whatever, they are accessory by mandate of law to know the law. All right. And it's like, okay, every attorney who's ever looked at a traffic ticket, not even had to perform dealing with it, but looked at it from the state of Georgia perception is accessory, collusion, conspiracy, performance. By performance, I got to put together something here and deliver it to the Department of Justice, State of Georgia, Department of Justice, Commerce, Congress, and it's like all those congressers and senators, they got to know what's going on, so they're accessory too, you know. And it's like, damn you people, man. You know, it's like you're trying to kill me, give me COVID and send me to a farm to where you can quietly get rid of me. But you see, as long as I'm in the attention of the public, you know, it's not a good move to try to do anything like that. And I'm a member to the Special Services Civilian Operations Crew, military retired people that, you know, when you get a certain point in life and your body already hurts and aches and moans and groans, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't look like there's a real good future for you. And living and dying become the same thing. And if you've ever had any experience of hurting somebody, seriously hurting somebody, you know, I used to hunt wild boar with an axe, yeah. But my preference is a rifle or a revolver, 45-70 cartridge projectile. Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not going there. You know what I'm saying? But I want some people to hurt like I've been hurting. Take away my transportation and make me have to pay people to get around, to get a hamburger. You know what I'm saying? I don't stand up too well right now. My feet with this diabetic neuropathy, they swell and they hurt, and my legs hurt. You know? And this is just the first stage of these things. I need to get out and write the program down, write out the document, write out the procedure. I can't use a computer, and my computer's screwed up, and I don't even know if this is going to go across the line. But Chris Carr, Attorney General, I'm going to be contacting him, and David Parks White, U.S. Attorney's Office, Assistant Northern District of Georgia Attorney, Prosecutor. I'm going to want him too, because he's also in that group. Hey, next time I'm going to tell you all about the corridor, you know, the farms, the minerals, the trees, the wood, and the restaurants, and the hospitals and places like that, veteran centers, the wounded warriors. You know what I'm saying? I want all these people like that in this crew of mine, $20 an hour, a couple hours a week will help pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Give you some extra money, and building up places for these people to stay. And people, when they're getting out of jail, would-be gangsters. I've already been that route myself, and I can tell you, being a gangster ain't the real deal. Yeah, it ain't standing up with heart like a patriot. Because I'm front lines, front and center here. I'm subject to get killed at any time, and I don't give a shit because I know that what I'm doing is the right thing to do. Yeah, I sure get tired of being lonely. I ran off all my people when I saw that this was a federal thing. I got 35 years in the program of sponsoring alcoholics, addicts, uh, people of all ages, sizes, shapes, colors, and changes. And among them, I've sponsored a few former FBI agents and CIA agents and government agents in various aspects. You know, and it's like, I'm a frontline man. I'm out there in the field supervising. I got years. I'm old too. I left home at 13. All right. I've been shot, stabbed, piped, run over. You know what I'm saying? Before I finally woke up to the life I was living wasn't exactly righteous. Yeah. Hell, I didn't know that guy that shot me thought he was married to that woman I was seeing. But she danced real good too. And she told me she wasn't married, but I didn't ask her if she had anybody who was stalking her as though they were her husband. So you never know what's what until you know what's what, and then still you may not know. I'm gonna try to do this again tomorrow night, but I need to get off my back, on my back and off my feet. So y'all be blessed, and pass this word on. Copy this, yeah, rerun it.